Welcome to Schools at Africa, um, where we make tech easy and interesting. And I am Sir Joseph. We'll be talking about Git 0 times 0 3 project of ELX. Please kindly ensure you subscribe before watching this video. Just take your hand, please. Just the only way you can support us, you can encourage us. Please do well to go and subscribe. Just look for the subscription button and subscribe. It will not cost you anything. Thank you. Now, we been given some projects to do today. I want to believe that you already have some of those resources at the first project on Git. So it's just almost like a repetition, but the difference between this project and the previous project is that you are using a different repository. Okay, in my previous class, you will be able to understand what I mean by repository. Repository is just like a store for a particular goods. So this time around, you are using a different store, but you are putting the same kind of good in the different store. It's just like you're putting bags of rice in store A, and the same kind of rice you're moving that kind of rice to store B. So that is the function of repository. So you're creating a different repository, so it will make your work, it's not going to reject your work. Everything is going to be so strange to your terminal because you are on a different repository, and you're going to be creating a new token that will help you, that will give you a permit on what you will be doing. So that is that. Let's get on. Let's get started. You can watch my previous Git class on this, on all the explanations of this. You get to understand much more better. So right now, very quickly, we are asked to set up Git and GitHub account. I believe you already have your GitHub account. You already made that in the previous project. Your GitHub desktop, you already have that. Now we are to create a personal access token. So go to your to create a personal access token. They said access to your repository and authenticate. It gives you access to your repositories and authenticate yourself. You need to create a personal access token. So how do you do that? Go to your GitHub, come here. Okay, come to this side of your GitHub. Click this side, then go down, go to the down side, click on settings, then come to the left hand side and go down, straight down, click on developer settings. Okay, when you click on developer settings, then you will now click on the personal access token here. Don't forget, step by step, on the personal access token. Then you click on token classic. Okay, token classic. Then you now come to this place, generate new token. When you click on generate new token, you click on generate new classic token. So you name it, you give it any name, you select the number of days you want it to last, then you pick you can pick whatsoever you want, but for me I have picked all the commands, the permissions, and then you can now generate the token. Immediately you click on generate token, you will see a prompt here around this place. Copy your token and go and paste it somewhere, maybe on a notepad, and then you can now move to the next project. So the next thing you are asked to do on the project number 2 is to update your intranet. I believe your intranet is updated. So create your first repository. You are asked to create your first repository. And what's the name? ALX0D. I already created my token and I already created this repo. How do you do that? Come back to your dashboard on your GitHub, then click on this and click on your repository. Okay, when you click on that, you will now then see new. So click on new repo. Okay, when you click this place, you will have to come here and copy this name, and paste it here. Okay, once you paste it, it's telling me that I already have this repo. Okay, you can paste it here, then the description will prompt up, then you click the description. Better still, you can just copy this description, copy this, you copy this one, just copy this description. Okay, copy this description, then come here and paste it here. Paste the description, click on public. You are not permitted to add readme, you're not permitted to add any of this. Then you generate. I have done mine, so let us go back. Yes, on the project we have created the first repository. So now what is now the next thing? We are asked to go to your sandbox, come down here and open your sandbox. Open your sandbox, which I have opened. I've dragged it here. I have my sandbox here. I have to refresh. Okay. After doing that, you very quickly, you just have to, that's how you open your terminal. So after doing this, now you have to clone your repository. So number 5, we want to now clone our repository on the web terminal. So how do we do that? I will advise you to type. Please try as much as possible not to copy and paste. So just go and say, ensure you are on that. So you want to clone the terminal. So yes, so git clone http your personal token. So at github.com, then your username. Okay, your username. So put in your username /ALX 0 -d.git. Okay, so here I'm to put my let me put my personal token. So copied my personal access token, putting it here. So I can now come down and enter. So yes, cloning into the ALX 0 repo. So I've cloned into this repository. Okay, so that has been done. So what is the next thing to do? Your personal token with your token from step 1 with your username, step 2. Okay, create a readme. There's something you're supposed to do here. Okay, replace your personal token with your token from step 1. Replace your personal token with your token from step 1. Replace your username with your username from step 0 and 1. Okay, on Windows use Ctrl AV and then okay, create the readme. So now we want to create a readme. Create the readme.md and push the modifications. That's what we want to do now. So we have to create a readme. After that, let me see what we're going to do. I think there's nothing. Commit and changes. Okay, that's all. So so you are creating a readme. Okay, so how do you create a readme file? Before you do that, you need to cd into this. You can copy and paste, but I will not copy and paste here. cd into ALX 0 day. Okay, that's that. Then you have cd'd into it, meaning you have entered into this room, into this repository, into this repo. Okay, into this directory. It's not a directory. Okay, it's a direction. So now we have to create a readme file. Okay, how do you create? You use echo readme with a message echo so let's create our first readme. This is the instruction. This is the message for the readme. So you are using echo then the message is I always use okay, it is uppercase sensitive. My first readme, I think that's the message. Then you write your readme.md. Okay, so we have created that. Let's cut the readme. Let's cut to see. Cut means you want to check what is inside a content. You want to open a box. So let's open the box and see readme.md. readme.md. What's happening? Is there a typo error? Cut readme.md and first readme. Cut readme.md. It could be a mistake somewhere. Let me check. In search file. Put MD. So that means, let's clear the screen. That means we have not been successfully able to, let's check. There's no readme yet, so let's create it. Echo. That means there must have been an error. Echo my first readme. Okay, there's a mistake. Yes, I didn't put the sign. Okay, so let's be sensitive. I didn't put the sign. Readme .md. What's it saying? I think there's an error. So I want you to be very careful with typo. So sometimes whenever we are typing, we could be very much in haste, not checking what we are actually typing. So I've been able to correct it. So let's enter and see. Let's check whether we've created. Good. We now have a readme file. There's now a readme file. So let's cut the readme and see what is inside. readme.md. So we have my first readme right inside. Okay, so what is the next instruction? We are update your Git identity. We have to update our Git identity. What do we do? ALX pre. Okay, start from git config. Just follow it step by step. Config global user .email so we have this. So you have to go and get your email. Okay, that is, the username will be your email here. So this username will be your email. It's your dashboard. Okay, you can come here to check your profile. Okay, this will be your email. Look at it. This is where you come. Go to your profile, copy. This will be your email. Your username will be your email. Okay, let me paste. So you come out and enter. So let's do for this to make it fast. Git config be copying one by one. So here your name is all you need to put. So you come here, you copy, this will be your name. Make sure you label you edit your profile and your name is there. Okay, so you're out, enter. So that is that. We've done that. So that is done. You have pushed your identity. Add this new file to git commits. It changes with this message by, then they are giving you a message, then you have to git push. So you have to git push. And how do you git push? We start with git add. Okay, git commits -m, then make the whole thing fast, then git push. Okay, and to use my token now, I'm going to use my token. Okay, it's going to be invisible here, you can't see it. What is it saying? Git push username for HTTP. What is it saying? It's like they're asking for, okay, git push intersection push username for, what is it saying? So I'm going to paste my token here as my password and enter. So that is that. That's done. So that is the end of it. I've been able to git push or what I've been doing so that it will reflect on my, so let me check. So it's very important you check, because if you've done this, you should be expecting a positive result. So that is done. That's congratulations, you've done the first task. There is 0 task. So let's clear the screen. Let's clear our screen. What is the first task? Very quickly, you've been asked repo session. Create a new directory called this. You have to create a directory. So I'm going to be very fast. Just follow me in your ALX day repo. So you are still in the repo. Say you should create a directory. What do you use to create directory? mktir. So you paste and enter ls. It is there now. So he said what? Make sure you include a non-empty readme in your directory. So they are saying you should create a non-empty readme. That means they want you to put something in this readme. Okay, so what does that mean? You can use vi if you want to put something in a file. Vi or echo is the best solution. So now let's try echo for those of you that may be curious about how we can go about it. So you can just say echo. Let's use vi, not to waste our time. Vi paste the readme. So you want to read me what is this? My first readme. Okay. Okay, this is the question. You are to create a readme in this. So we skipped. We are supposed to seed this. Okay, we're supposed to cd this before we create this readme. This readme is already existing. So let's go out of this place. Let's go out of this terminal. Let's go out. Let's go out. Let's now cd. Let's cd into this. Let's say we should create a readme. So create a new directory and your make sure you include a not empty what readme in your directory. Okay, a non-empty readme in your directory. Look at it at the root of your repo and in the directory this. Okay, so that means you are seeding into this. You have a readme in it. So that is what they are saying. Let's cd to enter in. So let's create a readme. Vi, you can use vi to create a readme. You can use echo. So paste. Sorry. Let's use echo. Let's use echo. Echo. What do we use? What message do we write? This is interesting. This is nice. Okay. Then we write our readme. .md. That's md. Okay. Sorry. So we are using echo to write it. So let's check cats readme to see what we wrote. .md. So we already wrote something in it in this repo. So we have a non-empty readme now. So let's go back, cd, let's check. So we have been asked. Let's go outside. Let's go out before we check. Yes. So let's check. Oh, some checks are failing. So what has failed? Let's see what failed. Something must have gone wrong. Here, I want you to look at it. Make sure you include a non-empty in your directory. Okay, there's a mistake here. Yeah, we did not add this. They say an important part. Make sure you commit your push, okay, and push your code to GitHub. Otherwise, the check will fail. Good. So that is it. We did not git push. So let's add git push, git add. Okay, git commits. That's why it's failing. Let's add a message. Anything we are doing better. So let's now git push. So it's asking for either username for so for a password. So I'm putting in my password here. That's my token. You can see it. Good. So let's go. Let's check. Hope you're following. Just follow the step by step. Good. So we have it now. So let's go to the next question. Coding Fury. Let's clear the screen. Let's clear the screen. For the moment, it's going to be a little bit techy, but we have to be very fast. For the moment, we have an empty project directory containing only a readme. That is this. That's the only thing we have in it. Let's cd and check. 0 times 0 3. Oh, sorry, cd 0 times 0 3. So ls. So this is what they mean. We have there's something in this readme. So they said for the moment we have only a readme, and it's time to code. Create these directories at the root of your project. So what is the root? This is the root. So meaning we are still in the root. So create these directories at the root. So for us to create these are all files. So we just need to just say touch and write all those files. It's very easy. Just write them at once. Bash c js. So done. Let's check ls. They are all there. Now we have them now. So they say create these empty files. So we have to create all these empty files. We have to create all these empty files. How do we create them? They are files. Okay. We have to create them. How do we create them? Just say touch paste. Cannot touch, not a directory. Okay, let's check this. Okay, let's use vi to create them. They are empty, so let's use vi. API to create them. Paste. Good. So they are empty files, so let's save it. We know how to save. Okay, WQ. What's the same? Okay, I need to enter. This one. Okay. That means I can't save. I can't use VI. Let me just say this Q. Say this Q this. So I can't save it. Let me check. Let me cut. I need to check where this file has gone to. Let me cut C. Let me CDC rather. CDC. Let me see into C. So somebody must have noticed something. There's a mistake somewhere. Let's clear the screen and correct our mistakes. So the instruction was to create what? Directories. Look at it. Not files. So they are directories. Okay. So let's remove those files. Those files we created. Bash C JS. They are all files. So ls. They are all directories. So to make a directory, mktir bash C JS. Good. Let's check. Good. So now let's remove this file. Okay, we have not created it, so let's now create it now. Touch the empty files, touch paste. So ls. So let's cd into C and see whether this file we just created has gone into, because it's a C language. Okay, ls. So it's there now. Good. This is it. This is where it came to. Let's clear the screen. Let's go out of this place. Let's create this. This is a JS. That's why we created a directory for them. So touch paste. So let's cd into JS and C ls. So it's there. So let's go out. Good. Let's create this. This is another JS. Touch. Let's paste. So let's check cd JS ls. So the both are there. Index JS index.js main.js. Okay, let's go out. So now we have done this. We have been asked that we are now asked to create a file bash alx with these two lines. We're putting these two lines in them. So let's use vi to create those two lines very quickly. Paste. Okay. Insert mode. We've entered the insert mode. What are we pasting? We are pasting this. We're pasting this. And we are pasting this. Okay. So let's go out without wasting our time. Good. Let's do this. We can cut to check. We can cut. We can cut this to check. So you can see that it's right in there. So let's clear the screen so that we check. Let's create this. Let's create this immediately using our VI. Yeah, so we're in. Let's copy this. So let's insert mode. Insert mode. Just come down. Also this. Copy. Paste. Let's go out. So cuts. You can check this to be sure. I think we are going to, maybe there's need, we'll commit because these things are much. Paste. Good. So here now, all these new files to Git, say Git add your changes with a message. This is a message. We have a message. So we are going to Git add now. So let's do that. Git add. Git commit. So let's paste the message. Go out. So git push. Username. Free. Password. So my password, I've copied my password, pasted. Let's check. So git push, let me check. So that is done. So let's go to number 3. Collaboration is a base. So we're going to create, the first thing, we're going to create a branch. Then in the branch we'll create this file, and on. They are not really much. So then from then will come here. So let's make the other, so that the videos will not be too much. So let's make that in the next section. So join me in the next section for the next, for number 3 and number 4. And please do click on the subscription button, please. This is the only way you can encourage us. Thank you. Hey.